And good evening and welcome to this presentation of Roseville High School Varsity Boys Basketball. The Tigers going up against CVC League opponent Ponderosa Bruins. I'm Josh Carson alongside Kill Gibson for our game tonight. Working out here, the station out here with Connor McKibben and James Jones also helping out. Broadcasting live Roseville High School Varsity Boys Basketball, a matchup of two teams tied for the number 2 seed in the CVC, and a matchup of the two best defenses in the CVC. Ponderosa has given up 267 total points over their 5 league games played, and Roseville second with 268. And we will go to the national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Moore Gymnasium. Would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps as we pay honor to America with the playing of our national anthem.
And with that, let's take a look at our CVC Capital Valley Conference basketball standings, brought to you by Max Preps. At number 1, Whitney stands at 5-1. They have played 6 games, so obviously they have the advantage. Their only loss coming to the hands of your Roseville Tigers here.
Junior number 15, Adam Orr.
Next up is Ponderosa at 4-1, Roseville at 4-1. So there is a two-way tie for second. Something has to give here tonight. Cosumnes Oaks, the only team to hand Roseville an L this season, 4-2. Antelope 3-2. Bella Vista 1-4, who Roseville just beat down the other night. Oakmont 0-5. Del Campo 0-5. That is all league standing so far. And as I told you earlier, the two top defenses go off here tonight. Roseville comes into this game, head coach Greg Granucci, an overall record of 11-7, 4-1 in league. Ponderosa comes into this game, 11-7, 4-1 in league. Identical overall records as well, which you don't normally see. Head coach for the Ponderosa Bruins is Troy Selvey. Taking a look at this Ponderosa roster, we got a pretty fair mix of juniors and seniors, no underclassmen on this team. We got a 6'4" senior, small forward, power forward, Brennan Wheeler. And he has returned to play another year on this varsity Pondo squad, as I remember him from years past. And obviously Roseville going with the standby lineup that we've seen so far in league. Jason Russell out there with Mancha, and you'll see Granucci, you'll see Edwards, you'll see Nate Richardson. So Cal, what do you think the key is tonight for Roseville to pick up this win? This is probably going to be the most even matchup that we have seen this season.
Well, Josh, for the Tigers to win tonight, they got to have a game like they did against Bella Vista. They got to come out strong, they got to make their shots, they got to play hard defense. And I think another key is going to be Edwards and Granucci. Edwards really had a good game last week with hitting his threes. Josh, we saw last week how he just hit like 4 threes in a row in the first half, and it was just really good to see. And I think if Granucci and Mancha can get the points, then the Tigers are going to have a really good night.
Yeah, Roseville able to pick up 2 W's last week as they went to Whitney and shocked them over there in Rockland, and then they came back home and took down the Bella Vista Broncos. Now here tonight, a Tuesday night on Eye of the Tiger Sports Network. We thank everyone for tuning in. Again, Josh Carson alongside Kill Gibson, Connor McKibben on the computer, and James Jones on the camera. Now Russell tries to thread it inside to Edwards, and that one gets knocked away
Josh, it's things like that that the Tigers cannot afford to do. Those lob passes over the top, those big guys are going to eat that all day.
And now Pondo with Adam Orr inbounding. Orr, I believe, a 3-year varsity player, maybe even 4. He might have even been on it as a freshman, if I can remember back that far. Up top, three-pointer on the way, and puts it down from downtown. Three-pointer for Noah Megelson. Russell drives hard, flips up right hand, and just spins it out. He'll go to the line with a chance for 2.
Foul on number 34, Troy Whitfield. Jason Russell at the line, shooting 2.
Russell goes 1 for 2. 3-1 lead early for the visitors. Up top, Mengelson. And that ball. And you're going to see a lot of defense tonight, Kale. These are the 2 top defensive teams in the CVC, as I've said a couple of times already. I think it's going to be a really scrappy game out here tonight.
Yeah, Josh, that was really good defense by Mantra. I think he did a really good job of staying on his man and reaching for the ball. Now, a reach may not be the best thing, but he made it work, and good things came out of it.
Score there by Pondo. Puts him up 2 again. Just about 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go here. First quarter, Edwards catch fire? No. And tracked down and rebounded by Richardson in the far right corner. Mancha swings it inside, looking for Russell, who quickly exits the post, gives it up. Granucci puts it up. That one's no good. And back to the way come the Bruins. Bruins, Ponderosa, Shingle Spring. So they got to make the long trek down here, especially on a school night. It is one of the harder games. You usually see these teams, they face off on Friday nights, but just the way the schedule is this year, they got them on a Tuesday down here, and they got to deal with the time it takes to get here and getting back and go to school early tomorrow, but that's what we got to do. Right, Kel? You got to get up and work when you got to get up and work.
Yeah, it's just the toll that taking an athlete has. I mean, you're always going to have to make those long drives. But, I mean, it's what you do with those, with the time that you have with those drives. We're all going to be tired, but if you're tired, then don't play sports.
And here's Wheeler at the line. The best he could do is split the pair. And he does. Back their way comes Edwards, and Ponderosa likes to go to this fire trap. Granucci 3-0. Edwards tried to dual rebound with Russell there, unable to flip it up and in, and here comes Orr. He pushes down the court.
Josh, we see Roseville's taken a lot of threes tonight, but not been able to capitalize yet on one of them. If the Tigers want any chance of winning this game, they need to be able to capitalize on those three-point shots.
And Pondo likes to put you in a fast-paced game. So if you're going to play that style, you got to be hitting your shots.
Yeah.
Granucci will try another deep one. No.
And see, Josh, it's things like that Granucci's been able to do all season long. I don't know what's gotten into him tonight. It could be emotional reasons, but I don't know. But if like I said, if the Tigers want any chance of winning this game, they got to hit those shots.
Ball out of bounds, and it will go to Roseville. Granucci, corner 3. And that one's good. You give him a couple shots and he'll eventually get on. So he's able to connect from downtown to tie the score. Yeah, Kel, you talked about Granucci, and this is a type of player where you get him a few shots to warm up and he could become a streaky player and get on a roll. But it seems like so far this season, the way Granucci and Edwards have gone, the way the team goes, and early success for them usually equals success for the team so far in the league.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. When Edwards and Granucci get off to a really good start in the first quarter, in the first couple minutes of the game, it just kind of sets that tempo for the team to just come out with that fire.
Edwards, his corner three, spot up. Unable to splash down. That's a grown man's rebound by Richardson. Gives Granucci another chance. He's going to shoot again for three, and he's bombing away out there.
Nice rebound by Richardson, able to track it down over that Pondo defender.
Oh, Nate Richardson does the dirty work, which leads to a Mancha pass. And an Edwards layup inside. You can tack it on the board and make it 8-6, and Roseville looks to turn up the defense on this possession. Up top. Richardson backs off, or he can shoot it. He pops immediately, and that's a splashdown from downtown. You got to watch out for Adam Orr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play with Adam Orr back in the day throughout middle school, and yeah, he's always been able to shoot that ball. He's only a junior. Yeah, that's right. Orr is a class below 2017, part of the class of 2018. He's played on varsity all 3 years. Now in the corner, up top, lets it fly. And that three is no good by Mangelson. Mangelson, Wheeler, Orr. Those are your shooters you got to watch out for so far. They've made themselves known. Russell up top, hands off Granucci, and he just gets trapped inside. Did not bail him out with a foul call, but they did get him for the jump ball as he drove in.
Yeah, and that's a good drive from Granucci right there. We've been seeing that a lot in the past couple of games, especially against Bella Vista, who doesn't have a strong defense. But against this Pondo game, it's going to be things like that that are really going to make the tide turn for the Tigers.
Russell looks for an inbound. He finds Edwards up top. Granucci's going to shoot another three. And he's just catching it and letting it fly every time. Edwards, he says, let me try it, and he'll splash down from downtown. Tommy Edwards bangs it in.
Now, Josh, I know it's only been a couple minutes in this game, but we just see the score going back and forth of who takes the lead.
Yeah, talking about these teams being even, it is evident. And there is a charge, that Roseville defense stepping in and making the play.
Yeah, good charge. I didn't see who took the charge, but whoever took the charges, that was a good charge to take. Josh, we see Brandon Del Rosario coming into the game.
Yeah, Jay Russ taken out after his defensive effort yet again. Inside, Richardson. He'll battle for his rebound and will lose it out of bounds. But Richardson's effort tonight, Cale, you already see it prevalent. Every game he's working.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Richardson is one of those players that's going to give you 110% on and off the court. He's just one of those players, and it just really uplifts the bench, and it really sets a mood when the players are on the court.
You always like to see a guy working extremely hard on your team. Does get blown by right there, though, and the shot flipped up and in by Daniel Doe. Another one of those. Seems like we have a lot of common standbys on this team. They played a lot of years on varsity. Daniel Doe back again, senior. And they definitely have the listing wrong here. They have him listed at 4'7". He's not 4'7". Pondo with all ones on the scoreboard for both sides. Take it up top. Now out on the wing, inside Wheeler. He looks around, but he's double teamed, and he kicks it back out top to Ellerling, who swings it over
nice
to Doe. He's
rebound
able to
by
save it. Crossover, kick it to the corner for 3. Oh, that would have been beautiful if it would have went down. Doe with the hustle, diving out of bounds. A large stud right there. Nice fake. Edwards drives, scoop layup, flips it in.
Nice move there by Edward to evade the defense. I mean, that's just pure raw talent for basketball.
Very agile. Del Rosario, can he come down and make the layup? Goes left, flips it up, flips it in. So we've seen 2 back-to-back layups from Roseville of high difficulty. They've been able to flip them in.
Josh, and I can't help but notice that ever since Del Rosario came off the bench, he's been explosive. On defense, on offense, on everything.
Well, he's definitely coming in with some energy, ready to show what he's got out here. 3-pointer Ellerling. (15-14). Roseville will hold for 1 as they will have the lead going into the second quarter. Let's see what Edwards can do with it up top. He's guarded by Marshall Herman. Crosses him over a couple of times, takes him into the paint, flips it up and in. What a difficult degree. A degree of difficulty on that shot high, but Thomas Edwards gets it done yet again and gives the Roseville Tigers a 3-point lead.
Yeah, and I mean, just the ball handling skills that you need to be able to do a move like that is impressive. But Edwards is playing basketball for a long time. I remember watching him in middle school, and he was the same way. Just try and get around the defender any way you can.
Well, what's good about him, Kale, as we're going to be entering into the second quarter, Roseville 3-point lead on EOTSN. What's good about him is he's always had the height advantage. Ever since elementary school, he's one of the tallest kids, too. I went there with him. And, you know, he was always able to get his shot up over his opponent, and he's been able to work at that. And, you know, really, I wouldn't say perfect that because no one's perfect at anything, but he's been able to really improve upon that. He sees that that's an advantage to him. He's still one of the taller players out on the court, and he's going to use that to his advantage. You know, he could come pull up just like he did right there, put up a runner and be able to flip it over the outstretched arms of the defenders.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I feel like teams underestimate him. They look at him and he's just like, oh, it's another average player. He's not the tallest, but he's not the shortest. He just looks average. But then when players actually face off against him, they realize, uh-oh, we have a problem.
Strinzioni into the game, and Esparza. Good defense by Esparza on the drive to the rack by Doe, and Edwards draws a rebound, and Del Rosario is going to push fast up the court. He could have taken it all the way possibly, but kicks it out. Edwards will try. Hit nothing but the net, but it was short. And they're going to call a foul on Edwards. And Wheeler, he will send to the line. Wheeler knocks him down 17-16 now, Roseville. Del Rosario to Esparza, who's not ready for the pass. Taken by Doe.
It's those simple mistakes, Josh, that are just going to kill the Roseville Tigers. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this edition of EOTSN with the Roseville High School Tigers and the Ponderosa Bruins. Sorry for the first half. Our audio cut out, and we are trying to get that fixed. But to keep you updated, it is 32-30. Roseville leads, and it was a close game all the way through, and that pretty much all happened.
And yes, we'd like to apologize for a couple of the technical difficulties in the first half. Josh Carson back alongside Cale Gibson for the start of the second half in about 3 minutes and 30 seconds, 32-30. Roseville in the lead, and you were able to see at least most of the first half, probably without sound. So we'll make sure to be monitoring that. We've also been having some problems with our encoder here, so we'll make sure that we can run this rest of the stream successful, and we'll do some investigating in the upcoming days. 32-30 on EOTSN, and the Tigers come out of the locker room, and Kel, praying that everything goes great for the rest of the game in terms of the technical side of it. We are going to witness a great finish here tonight.
Yeah, Josh, we're going to witness a really good finish tonight. The Tigers and the Bruins, I mean, it's been a close battle for the first half, and it's just been super close. It's been super fun to watch, super fun to commentate. I'm excited to see what the second half brings.
Okay, my main player from Pondo definitely so far has to be Brennan Wheeler. His impact on the game on the glass specifically has been great in there. He's been able to dominate the paint inside, get some second chance points up on the board for Pondo, and knock down a couple threes. Who's the impact player you saw from Roseville in the first half, Cale?
Well, I think my impact player from Roseville has to be Edwards. Has to be Edwards. Del Rosario was in a close second, but it has to be Edwards. He just hit some really clutch threes, and he just really came out strong. And for those of you just turning in, it's 32-30 with about a minute and 40 seconds left to go before the start of the second half. And for those of you who did not know, Eye of the Tiger came out with another show today. So if you haven't seen that, go to eyeofthetigernews.com and go and watch it. It's a really good Tiger cast. And the second half is about to get underway. Roseville will start with the ball. Inbounded to Russell.
And we have a little bit of a delay here to start out the second half, but we are officially underway with it now. And this game, Cale, as of right now, predicted to come down to the wire. Russell in the backcourt. Or a little mid-range jumper, pulls it up, no good. Kick back out to the corner. That's Doe with the three-pointer. No. And rebounded. Pulled down, crawled by Edwards. Up the court, Granucci's had somewhat of a rough shooting night. On the night, tried a lot of threes. Mancha passes it off the defender, back to himself. Edwards for three, and that one hits nothing but air. And here comes Wheeler. Down to Orr, and the easy fast break layup ties the game for Pondo.
And Granucci hits his second three of the night to make the score 35-32. Pondo brings the ball up. The three, and it's good. Russell bringing the ball up.
Three-pointer for Daniel Doe there for Ponderosa. And he ties the game at 35. Here's Russell, who's working against Mangleson. Edwards to match it? No. Was able to get that earlier in the game. I believe with Wheeler, who went eye for an eye. Inside, just hop steps right past the charge. But the ball gets tipped out on the long rebound. Orr fires a three, and just in and out of the cylinder. And the elbow right there, thrown by Doe. And what I want to note right now, I want to point out all of these Pondo fans who drove all the way down from Shingle Springs to create their own little student section over here for Ponderosa. That is a long drive, especially on a school night, but they're supporting a team of theirs who is pretty good. Of course, we noted second in the CVC. And if you didn't hear us at the beginning of the game, both of these teams are tied for second place in the CVC, and Pondo is the best defense by 1 point over Roseville. Pondo's given up 267, Roseville 268 points on the season so far. Pondo up 37-35. Corner three, J. Russ will pop it. No. And the rebound by Orr, taken by Mancha, but the foul they call on him.
And the Tigers take their first time out of the game. Josh, what do you think the Tigers are going to discuss here in the huddle?
Well, before that, I want to make a quick note that Pondo is gaining some momentum in this game here, and we've seen them come out of this second half strong, and they've been able to take this lead. I don't think they can keep it for long if the Tigers can start to run their offense more efficiently and maybe click on some of these open shots. I think if they can get a few defensive stops, they can get them out in the fast break and get them some easy buckets, then they can get this whole game going in their direction again. But I really don't feel like there's been a big momentum, change here in the beginning of this second half. But Pondo does have the lead by 2, and I think it's just going to keep seesawing back and forth. But if Roseville can step up the defensive intensity, then they could get themselves some easy buckets and maybe get a double-digit lead in this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. Players like Edwards and Granucci need to start hitting their shots. Granucci's come out of the second half strong, Josh. He needs to keep doing that, and Edwards also needs to get that intensity from the first half back.
Coming up on 5 minutes to go, 37-35. And Orr comes to the court, throws it to the middle of the floor where Wheeler will kick to Doe inside. Turnaround jumper, no good. Nobody boxing him out, and he just comes back in and flips up his own shot to give the Bruins a 4-point advantage. And here comes Russell, who'll be working against Ellerling. Cuts through the middle as Hedrick controls up top. He swings it over to Esparza. Looks inside, gives it back out to Granucci, who drives with the left hand, flips up with the right, no good. Edwards tries to put it back up in there, but no bueno inside. And here comes Orr as Pondo with a a string of three-point shooters and ball handlers on this team. Everybody seems to be capable of playing any spot on the floor. Positionless basketball becoming more popular as the days go by. Up top, they look to their main man, Wheeler, who spins, who kicks to Ellerling for a big three, and he comes up with a big miss. And here comes Edwards, able to dribble past two, spin on one.
Good move by Edwards right there, Josh. That was really good.
Back to him with a contested three, but he was feeling it, but he left it short. And now Pondo controls with Orr again taking it up the floor.
And Josh, like I said in the first half, Edwards just is one of those players that just has the moves to get around players with the fancy dribbling. Not a lot of players have that skill.
Inside, that shot is flipped up and in by Daniel Doe. And here comes Hedger.
Josh, the Tigers need to figure out something to get back in this game.
Yeah, it's slowly slipping away. Usually when you see momentum runs by teams, it could hit you in an instant, but this team, Pondo, is just slowly taking the lead away from Roseville with every shot they make. Pernucci drives, and no good. And Pondo, what they can throw at you on defense, what we see tonight, a 2-3 zone, the fire trap up top where they send two guys to the ball handler coming up the court, and of course the man-on-man, or misses that jump shot right there. And Pondo coach talking down there with his players about what defense they might want to switch to here, depending on what Roseville can do. Edwards drives to the middle of the lane. Looks like he was going to be able to get off his feet a little more there, but the foul prevented him from.
But I mean, Edwards is going to get two shots at the line. I feel like if he can make both these shots, it's going to be a momentum change.
Well, it'd be good to get some points back up on the board if you're Roseville right now.
Yeah.
Considering you have not scored in a while.
And he makes the first one.
And here comes Pondo as Edwards splits the pair. Pernucci.
Josh, if you notice, there's a continuing trend of bad spacing on the Roseville side of things. They all seem to get clustered up on defense, and they all seem to go to one spot on offense. I don't know if you've noticed that, but that's just one thing that I've pointed out.
Yeah, if they can get a little more movement, maybe work this Pondo defense, and they could get a few more easy attempts. But right now, we knew this was going to be a low-scoring game coming in. Pernucci up top, and him and Edwards are just doing everything right now as Edwards flips that one up and in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a three-point game right now. So, I mean, if the Tigers can get something going here, they are not out of this game.
They work the Orr on the post, they double team him. Aspars is able to close out.
Good double
back
team.
on top, yep. Oh, wow, they just left him. Three-pointer is nothing but money.
Josh, that was a huge three for Pondo right there. You get an 8-point lead, something, 6-point lead, something like that, and it's just going to make it that much harder for Roseville to get back in this game. Another thing too, Josh, you don't want to go into the fourth quarter being down by more than double digits.
Yeah, for sure, especially against a good defensive team, the best in the league, that is. Hedger shields off Hellwig from getting that ball again, and they'll take it 135 to go 44-38. Ponderosa in the lead. Roseville looking to come out here. They've only scored 6 points in the quarter. They led 32-30 at half. Been outscored 14-6. More than double.
And you just see the momentum change from the first half. Roseville had all the momentum going into this game. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but all that momentum just seemed to leave and went to Pondo.
They work it to Edwards to try to get that momentum back. That shot would have been pretty if it went in. Tough flip shot inside by Edwards. Mangelson to the wing. Inside Doe. And he swings it back out to Ellerling, who controls and gives it to Orr up top, and he'll work against Cirencione. Looking for an option. They're going to clear the court, bring a screen on the right side. He's going to drive left, pull up, and that shot off.
No dice.
Rebounded by Esparza. And here comes Edwards. He pushes ahead to Del Rosario, who surveys the court, swings it back over to Edwards up top, who's going to work against Doe. Swing it over. Hedger on the kick up to Cirencione, drives the middle into two, and he will draw the foul on Adam Moore. Send them to the line on a strong drive right there.
Josh, if Cirencione can hit these 2 shots right here, this is going to be a game changer. You probably go down by 4 going into the 4th quarter, and I mean that's not a bad situation, but it could be worse. Richardson comes back into the game for Jackson Esparza.
You know, Kel, this is the type of game right here that really shows if you are a playoff-bound team, because I feel like really good teams would find a way to get this game.
Yeah.
Because this game is on your home court, and you're hanging around. You should be able to turn on the burners at the end of the game and just melt this one down.
Yeah, Josh, I totally agree. It's games like these that really determine whether you're a playoff-worthy team. I mean, you don't want a team going into the playoffs where you had 2 or 3 losses in league and barely won your league games. You don't want to go into the playoffs having that kind of record. You want to go into the playoffs being strong.
Del Rosario at the horn. No. And the fact is, Kel, I don't even know if 3 losses will make a playoff spot, because I believe
exactly.
The first 2 in league will go to the playoffs. And you look at Whitney right now, 5-1, and they're going to try to come back and get revenge on Roseville here. And then you look at Ponderosa, who's tied with Roseville. So it puts Roseville in a world of hurt if they can't pull this game out. And it's 44-39. You know, games like this right now, Kel, you know, we can reflect on them. And as we look at the huddles of Ponderosa right now, they're coming in here determined on a school night. They know this is a big game for them because they got a matchup. Whenever you can steal a game on your opponent's home floor with a matchup to come yet still at home, you're sitting in a good position.
Yeah, and that's just so key if you can take a good team and beat them on their home court. I mean, that's like a coach's dream right there. I mean, in any sport, that to go to a school that you know has a good team and they knows that they can compete and beat them on their home court, that's every coach's dream, and that's what every player wants, is to beat, and that's what makes rivalries. So Edwards, Cirencione, Hedger, Del Rosario, and Richardson out on the floor for Roseville.
All right, we enter the 4th. And a 5-point game, and this is the type of game that could even determine at the end of the season, wow, we could have gotten this one. Wheeler can't start it off with a turnaround. Kobe jumper right there, and Del Rosario gets the ball from Edwards to track the rebound down. And here comes Cirencione. Wide open Del Rosario for 3. Can't hit it. And the rebound.
That's the first shot from Del Rosario that I've seen other than a layup.
Doe caught it from Mangelson. Cirencione controls now.
Josh, you see the spacing again. I keep telling you, the spacing is killing the Roseville offense. You cannot move the ball when you have bad spacing.
A slashing Wheeler to the rim. Back tap, Del Rosario. Edwards turned it over in the crowd of Bruins. Mangelson, 3. Both teams waiting for that big shot. Got a minute in, and still no buckets in the first quarter for either side.
So we see Granucci and Mancha come back into the game. Josh, I don't know if taking Edwards out is a good idea right now.
Probably looking to give him a quick breather. Oh, that's a breakdown. Oh, unfortunate. That's Ponderosa.
Oh, how heartbreaking.
Del Rosario. Granucci.
There's the spacing that Roseville needs.
Foul right there called on Daniel Doe, senior. They have him, I can't help but laugh. They have him listed on Max Preps as 4'7", 315. And obviously,
that's funny.
Obviously, as you can see from Doe right here walking, he's not
the very
4'7",
opposite of 4'7".
He's not 4'7", 315.
That, no way. That, he is a big man.
Up top. And it'll be Mangelson controlling. And he may see this as a mismatch, but Nate Richardson.
Good defense by Richardson there.
He can guard the best of them. Yeah, I really feel like they put him at the big because they don't really have anybody else for that position. He could play forward. Sorrentione drives and gets the first bucket of the fourth quarter.
Hey, Josh, it's a three-point game now with 6 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. This is the time to hit the back burners and start to go.
Nicholson, guarded by Del Rosario, pivots, tries to take him right, but Del Rosario slides right there. Del Rosario comes up with the steal. Ooh, passes almost the back to Richardson. He drives in, and they bail him out with the foul.
Richardson draws the foul.
I really felt like there could have been a backcourt on that play right there, Kale.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't get the layup, take the foul, and you get take the foul and shoot the ball. You get 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, this man tonight putting in the work like always, doing the dirty work inside. And he'll have a chance to cash in on 2 free throws and bring Roseville to within 2 points. And no.
And Josh, when it gets closer down to the 2-minute warning, we're going to see these teams use their timeouts and talk about a game plan here.
Richardson cannot connect on any of the free throws. Those could come back to hurt you at the end of the game.
Yeah. I've seen too many times where a player gets a pivotal foul and cannot connect on the free throws, and teams have lost games because of that. I'm sure you've seen it too.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, it happens at all levels too. And it's one of the more basic things, make your free throws. 44-41.
You see Edwards at the table getting ready to come in.
Just a quick breather for him as Doe. Maja fouls Wheeler. He was chasing him around inside, trying to keep him from potentially scoring. And here comes Edwards. He'll check into the game for Maja, who just committed that foul. And
I like the 5 out on the court right now, Josh. I think that's really good for the Tigers.
That could be a good lineup to finish this game. Here's Ellerling. Oh, that would have been a big 3. Pondo still yet to score here in the 4th. And here comes Sorrentione. Passes ahead to Granucci for his 3. Nope. Unable to see. You see the couple of these 3s for Granucci. Even if 2 of them went in, he would have the lead right now. But it's just been that type of night for him.
It's just been an off night. It's been an off night for everyone, Josh, and that's why this game is, they've just fought to the teeth to make shots.
3-pointer Doe, yes. And he says, I'll give you 3 of those from downtown, and you can give us a 6-point advantage.
Yeah, you're down by 6 with like 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game. Not a good situation to be in right now.
Edwards. Tough jumper. That was not needed too. It was a rush shot. And here comes.
Desperation makes you do dumb things, and that was out of desperation, and he could not connect.
And a foul on Roseville. Sorrentione stands looking in dismay right now. He does not know what happened. The ref just takes the ball straight from him.
And Coach Granucci is lashing out at the refs, asking how was that a foul?
Granucci obviously in disbelief over that call. All these calls at this point of the game matter. And that free throw drops for Wheeler. Wheeler gets a second.
Josh, what would you do in this situation? You're down by 8.
Well, currently Granucci's trying to find out what the whole meaning of that last call was. Thought the refs missed it, but what does Roseville go to now? Well, I think what you got to do is you got to look to get maybe a few quick buckets with your main players, Granucci and Edwards, and possibly that could get them going for the end of this game. However many minutes we have left, Kale. I believe we got 4 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, 4 minutes left in the game. You're down by 8. I mean, what do you do? I mean, you just got to finish hard. You got to go hard, play hard, solid defense, and make shots. The Tigers have not been able to make shots all game long, and it's been killing them.
Well, Kale, this is where big shot takers and big shot makers come into play right now. Those who are unafraid to step up and take that shot can potentially close this game out. And here comes Del Rosario. And he'll work against Hellerling, Granucci, Cirencione, Rosario, Granucci. Drive, lane, flip up and in, and that's what they needed right there. Just like I said, get your main players a couple of easy baskets, and let's see if that can ignite them for the rest of this game.
Yeah, that was so pivotal right there for them to make that shot. Just lessen the gap.
Or cannot increase the gap.
Good rebound by Edwards there. That could be a momentum change.
That was good team rebounding right there. Cirencione, and he is fouled by Wheeler, who has a passionate reaction to that one.
You see Jackson Esparza coming in for Nathan Richardson.
Ponderosa tonight, see the JV coach there next to the varsity coach. They're trying to keep this from being a shutout on Roseville's part.
Because the freshmen and the JV both beat Pondo.
Yep. 49-43. Granucci, this would be big, and he is fouled. Hacked in the corner on a 3, and he'll get his chance.
Yeah, if he needs to make these 2 shots at the line. Get down by 4 with 3 minutes left to go in the game.
I think they're going to give him 3, too.
Be down by 3 with 3 minutes left to go in the game, and then you just hit a clutch 3 at the end of the game, and you win the game. Now, don't do what I just said, because that's risky. Play solid, good defense, and make shots, and you'll win. You'll come out with the dub.
Granucci calmly sinks the first 2.
Josh, like I said, now you're down by 4.
And there goes 3 for 3.
Down by 3 now.
And the Tigers have cut this gap.
I don't like how the Tigers are playing zone. I think they should go to man.
Yeah, they haven't gone to zone the whole game and decided to go here in the clutch, maybe switch it up and give it off flick to Pondo, and it did work. The turnover right there.
And here we go. This could be the key moment for the Tigers.
Del Rosario doesn't want to take the shot, and they're going to wait for a better one. Esparza will take it and make it. Oh, that's a big play by the
Esparza with the
sophomore.
clutch 2. Now it's a 1-point game, Josh, with about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the game.
And the Bruins call for time after a couple of big plays. Out of the Roseville side, we've seen Granucci get those desperate points that I mean, he needs to boost his morale and get for the team.
Yeah, I think that was a key moment in the game right there, Josh. That's what makes or breaks. That's what made or break this game. The fact that he was able to sink all 3 of those free throws changed the momentum of the game for the Tigers. Excellent basketball right there.
Man, we really hope the stream, oh, there's a three-pointer in the corner right there. Oh, big shot right there by Mangleson. We really
down by 4.
We really hope this stream quality is coming out for you right now. 52-48. We'll make sure to look in this. Oh, there's a three-pointer right there. Del Rosario can't get it to go down, and the rebound by Ponderosa. Anyway, whatever the stream quality is right now, we hope you can make out what we're saying. It's 52-48, Pondo. Oh, Del Rosario, big steal. All right, Del Rosario heads to the line for some clutch free throws here with 1:34, 52-48. And got the first. A lineup of Cirincione, Granucci, Edwards, Esparza playing clutch minutes, and Del Rosario.
Josh, this is a key free throw right here.
Rebounded by Doe.
It's a three-point game with 1:30 left to go. It's been neck and neck all the way through.
Mangleson drives. And a block. And they've got to hold Granucci back. You know, Roseville has done a lot of complaining tonight, and what refs like to do is they chalk up in their minds, you know, how are they treating me? And near the end of the game, let's see who I'm going to give the calls, you know? And I'm not saying by one part is fixed or anything, but it does wear on a ref, you know? If you're going to keep complaining, then I'm probably going to start looking to make some more calls against you. And wow, that's a big rebound right there. 53-49. Pondo has a 4-point lead, and it's coming up on a minute remaining, and they can waste a lot of this shot clock if they're smart. 20 seconds remain on it. Oh, they take a deep three quick. And I don't know if that was the smartest play by Orr right there, but they wanted to play the game out just as they have been. 53-49.
I mean, you're down by 4 with a minute left to go in the game. I don't think that was a smart shot by Orr. Or you're up by 4, excuse me.
Yep. Up top. It looks like Edwards is just standing up there. They're not really running any play for him right now. They have Esparza handling up top. Granucci drives. Oh, they finally give him the call on that right there, but a crazy flip shot. Probably not what you were looking for in that situation. You wanted a more drawn-out play, but Granucci does make something out of nothing right there. And that's big for Roseville, because if Roseville doesn't do anything good on that possession, then you have Pondo coming down and they can just waste clock.
Down by 3. He needs to make this free throw to at least make it a reachable game.
And a timeout by Roseville. Well, Kale with stock strategy, 46.3, 53-50. And you know what? if they can play defense for 35 seconds, that leaves them with about 11.3 on the clock. They can't foul because that will mean 1-1 for Pondo.
Yeah, both teams are in bonus right now. You do not want to foul because any foul, whoever's been fouled goes to the line, and you don't want them going to the line and getting free shots.
And then you also can't afford to give up a bucket. So what you need to do is just ask yourself, can we get one stop and then get a three to tie the game? I don't know if that's how they would play it up, but that's how I would do it. I wouldn't try to get in a foul game and try to go for two, and then I'd just say, you know what, let's buckle down. If we can get a stop, we got to get a stop, and then we got to go down and we got to hit a three.
And Josh, you also have to realize too, Granucci has at least one more shot left to go at the free throw line. At least I think, because we're in bonus.
And that's true too. That's true. Thank you for reminding me of that too.
It's a 3-point game, but Granucci still has at least one more shot, maybe
so all
two
they
left
gotta
at
do,
the free throw line.
And what you'd like to, tend to do at home is go for the tie. So if he can hit this and come down
and go into overtime.
Yep, they can hit a two. And nope, they're gonna have to go with my plan after all. Try to go for a three.
It's worth a shot. Yeah, but they need to get a stop without getting into foul trouble. Good defense by Del Rosario. That's exactly what they need to do.
And here's Doe up top. Esparza playing big minutes for the sophomore. Outside, they got a wide open or three, and he puts it down.
You're down by 6, Josh. With 15 seconds left, I don't think there's anything you can do from here.
And they're going to call technical on Granucci. If he keeps acting the way he does, stares right at the ref, pounds the floor, but they're not going to give him the call on a three-pointer there in that situation. Obviously, you could see a frustrated, irritated Sean Granucci out there right now, trying to laugh it off. But what a clutch shot by Adamore, who will take his talents to the line. The reaction after that play, if we had it on replay, we'd get it to you. But I don't believe we have replays tonight due to the technical difficulties. And he's icing this game, scoring the last 4 points so far for Ponderosa, and hitting the clutchest shot of the night to seal the game and destroy the hopes of Roseville's comeback. 58-50, or does it to the Tigers again? He has in the past before. Granucci somehow knocks down that deep three, but too little, too late. Could have used that a little bit earlier. 58-53, the Tigers walk off the court in this one. Stunning defeat for them here tonight. Obviously not expecting to go down in the way that they did. Had that game and a chance at that game all the way throughout. But it was Adamore at the end who delivered the final blow. The junior and his third year on varsity.
Please be safe and courteous on your way home.
Well, Kel, the end of that game, I am telling you here on EOTSN, that was a great finish, and we couldn't have asked for really much more.
Yeah, no, you couldn't ask for a better basketball game than that. I mean, 2 solid lineups just going at it head-to-head. I mean, it was a close game throughout, but Pondo at the end with just some key shots from Orr, and Doe hit some pivotal threes there in the beginning of the third quarter that just really set the tone for the second half and how it was going to go.
Well, Ponderosa comes in here and steals a game that could mean a lot at the end of the season. We'll see how the rest of the league play goes, as we have Roseville, who will be traveling to Ponderosa later in the season. Well, hey, you can join us next week for 2 home games. Roseville coming home to take on some CVC opponents. And with the adjusted records, Ponderosa moves to 12-7, 5-1 in league. Roseville will drop to 11-8 and 4-2. Ponderosa firmly in that number 2 spot at 5-1. They're actually tied for first with Whitney, depending on how they did tonight. Ponderosa could even find themselves in the 1 spot after a victory here at Roseville High School in the Moeller Gym. All right, thank you for joining us on EOTSN. For our great crew who's battled technical difficulties all night long, we'll make sure to get that settled and straightened out for next week. We have a lot more games coming up for Josh Carson and Cale Gibson, Connor McKibben, and James Jones, who's actually right over there in the backpack. He's all oranged out. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. And we will see you next week. Have a great week.